I'm Amy, and joining me is Ricky and her big brother Eli, and welcome to week 24 of Growing Up Guide Pup. The Solano County Puppy Raising Group put on a fantastic event this week at the Jelly Belly factory, and we decided to take Ricky. One of the first things we did with Ricky was take her across the section that they had set up with all kinds of different surfaces for the dogs to walk over. Now, not every dog accepts every surface to walk on. Sometimes they're fearful, other times they don't like the way it feels. So they had set up numerous different surfaces for the puppies to walk across. One of them happened to be bubble wrap that actually was popping underneath the dog's feet. This is a fantastic setup for the dogs to be going through, and Ricky did really well. The next section they had on their little course was a kiddie pool filled with water, and I figured Ricky would have no problem whatsoever getting in the pool. If you've seen previous episodes, she's been to the beach and gets right in the water at the beach, and you've also seen her swimming, and she's actually learned to jump into the pool. Well, the little kiddie pool kind of was a little surprise to us. She didn't want to get in. She kept walking around it in circles trying to figure out what she was supposed to do with it, and just was kind of refusing to go in, so we moved on to the next distraction. So the last place on the course was the toy distraction area. And while we know Ricky has a little bit of a ball fetish, and she was very interested in the bouncing tennis balls, but did okay. She wasn't lunging after them. But unfortunately, they had this little ball that had a battery in it that rotated randomly with a tail attached to it, that once they turned it on, she was very eager to go after this. And so obviously this is something that we'll have to continue working on, and we'll hope she grows out of it and it's just a small phase she's going through. But it's something we need to keep in the back of our minds, that we need to expose her to more of this sort of thing and teach her that she can't be lunging and jumping after this sort of thing. So after we did their little course, we moved on to the visitor center, which was really busy. There was so many people there on this day. It was very crowded. We had to work our way through the crowd just like we did at the baseball game if you watched last week's episode, which Ricky is starting to get very good at navigating. She had to deal with food on the ground because obviously people dropped jelly beans everywhere, and she did great with that. There were stairs, and one of the other things that we got to do was an elevator. So we took this opportunity to ride the elevator. If you guys have been watching and you know our last dog, Mariana, she had some issues with the elevator, so we wanted to make sure we didn't have the same problems with Ricky, so we took her in and out the elevator to make sure she was comfortable with the movement and the enclosed space. And as you can see, she did a fantastic job. It didn't faze her one bit, so she's well on her way to being very comfortable in these sort of situations. So while we were in the visitor center, we came across Mr. Jelly Belly, and this is the Jelly Belly mascot, this person dressed up as a big jelly bean. And Ricky's seen people dressed up in costume before. If you've seen our Hollywood episode, you saw that she met a few people dressed up as various stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And well, this is a little bit different. This person was dressed in a big misshapen costume. It didn't look like a person. So, you know, Ricky had no problem with this. We have had some dogs in the past that were afraid of people in costume. So we wanted to make sure Ricky wasn't afraid to approach somebody in a odd-looking costume, and she did fantastic. She went right up to Mr. Jelly Belly and wanted to say hi. This was a fantastic place for us to bring Ricky, and I want to send a huge thank you to the Jelly Belly Company and the Solano County Puppy Raising Group for putting this event on. It was so much fun. Jelly Belly was very dog friendly. They even had a fantastic relieving area for dogs, all set up with grass, fire hydrant, you name it, they had it. And it was just a fantastic experience. And I hope this group puts this event on again, because I would love to do it with our next puppy. So make sure you tune in next week when we are having a very special event. We are shooting at the campus for Guide Dogs Who Blind for the very first time for their annual Fun Day event. And this is an event where all the puppy raisers get together, so it should be very exciting. So remember, if you like what you're seeing, hit the thumbs up button, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Growing Up Guide Pup.